Hello, everyone. Welcome to the session on the new trends. In this session, we'll be discussing about virtual labs. In this session, we will see what is the concept of virtual lab, how the virtual labs are used by the students or by the teachers, and what facilities regarding this virtual lab is available in India so that the students can learn online or can perform their experiments online by using the virtual labs. Friends, as you know that you are viewing this session on my YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to the channel so that you can watch many other educational videos on the topic of electronics and computer science. So let us understand what we mean by virtual lab. So virtual lab is not a physical lab. The lab that doesn't exist physically can be called as a virtual lab. Virtual lab is a kind of an environment which will provide you the result of an experiment. So when you go to the physical laboratory and when you perform some experiment, then you know that you will get some result. So similar kind of results can also be generated by using the virtual lab. So you can say it is a simulation or it is a modeling of the physical phenomenon. And whenever we want to do the modeling of this physical phenomenon, then we need to do it by using the set of equations, and we need to carry out simulations so that the result of the particular experiment can be obtained by a student. So you can say that this is an approximate version of the real world experiment. So all cares are taken so that you will get an accurate result even when you perform the experiment by using the virtual lab. So virtual lab will provide the measured data in the experiment, and this data corresponds to the data that is being previously obtained by the measurements on the actual system. So it is a kind of simulation of an actual system. So even if you perform the experiment by using any actual system, then also you will get the similar kind of result in the virtual lab. So you can say that it is a remote operation of the experiment or remotely triggering an experiment in the actual lab. And it will provide the student the result of the experiment through the computer interface. So whenever you want to make the use of the virtual lab, then it is necessary that you need to make the use of the computer interface. So you need to have an appropriate computer system. You need to have internet connectivity in order to perform the virtual lab experiments. So this is just nothing but carrying out the actual lab experiment remotely. So without going to the lab, by sitting at your home, or without making an access to the physical equipments, by sitting at home remotely, by using computer interface, when you perform the experiment, then that can be called as a virtual lab. So there are many virtual labs nowadays available. The Ministry of Education has taken efforts in order to provide the virtual lab in India, and several IITs have also prepared. Several universities are also preparing the virtual labs. So many of the students, and almost all the labs are free, and therefore many of the students can perform the experiment without actually going to the laboratory. So the question is, why do we need the virtual lab? We need a virtual lab because physical distances are far more. Also, there are lack of resources. So many times it is not possible to purchase the costly instruments physically. And therefore, we are not in a position to perform the experiment. So such problems can be resolved by making the use of the virtual lab. Also, good teachers are not available. So it is possible that when you make the use of web-based education or video-based education, then the problem of good teachers can be resolved to some extent. So as you are viewing this session online, isn't it? I'm not physically available to you. Still, it is possible that by attending the online education, you can learn certain things. Also, when you want to conduct some experiment and where the experiments are joint experiments, so more than one institution is participating into the experiment. So in such a case also, sharing of costly resources is very difficult, and therefore we can go for the virtual lab. Nowadays, we are using the mobile technology 5G. The speed of the internet has been increased, and computer technologies have been evolved over a period of time. And therefore, it is possible that we can perform the experiments online by making the use of the virtual lab. Also, in country like ours, we know that the costly instruments, they are difficult to purchase for the study purpose or for the research purpose. And therefore, in these cases, we can make the use of the virtual lab. Web-enabled experiments can be designed for the remote operation, and the viewing can also be designed in such a way that the curiosity and the innovations to the students can be enhanced. So this will help in learning the basic and advanced concepts. So many concepts that otherwise we study only theoretically. For those concepts, you can practice the experiments online by making the use of virtual lab or remote experimentation. So there are many internet-based experiments available. There are a lot of resources available. There are softwares available. There are data available. And all these resources can be used in order to perform the remote experiments. So virtual lab will provide the remote access to the labs, and it is used in the disciplines of science, engineering, and many other fields as well. So it will take care of the students at different level, whether you are learning at undergraduate level or whether you are learning at postgraduate level, or whether you are a research student. At levels, it is possible that you can make the use of the virtual lab. So basic concept learning, advanced concept learning is possible by making the use of the virtual lab. So virtual lab, you can say that it will provide you a complete learning management system. And virtual lab, the students can make the use of the various tools, web resources, video lectures, animated demonstration. The procedures of the experiments can also be learned virtually. So a lot of organizations are coming up. Some private organizations have also set up the virtual labs in the recent topics such as IoT, artificial intelligence. And there you will find that the people can make the use of these virtual labs in order to learn many new concepts. Say, for example, in India, we have different participating institutions who have created the virtual labs such as IIIT Hyderabad, IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay, IIT Kanpur, and several other universities or engineering colleges such as COE, Pune. And the various areas, the virtual lab experiments are available. For example, we have experiments in electronics and communication, computer science, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, biotechnology engineering, civil engineering, physical sciences, or chemical sciences. So you can make the use of these experiments, or you can perform the experiments online. And it is possible that if you can visit the actual physical lab, then also, even if you visit the physical lab for a short duration of time, and most of the things can be done virtually. So that will enrich your experimental learning. So in computer science, the topics such as artificial neural network, problem solving, pattern recognition, all these are the advanced topics on which you can perform the experiments virtually. In electronics, you can go for digital design, network technology, very large scale integration design. Or you can go the use of electrical machines or mechanics or laser optics, modern physics. So all such experiments, molecular spectroscopy or organic and inorganic chemistry lab can also be performed virtually by making the use of these labs. So for example, when you visit to the IIT Mumbai virtual lab, then there is a simulation for the microcontroller 8051. So such interface will appear. And now in this window, you can type your assembly language program for the addition of two numbers. And you will find that there are buttons available through which you can compile it or you can run it. And after the execution, you will find that the appropriate results will be displayed. If there are certain interfaces required for the assembly language programming, even those interfaces are also displayed on the screen. So it is possible that you can debug the program, you can run the program, you can find errors in the program. So such learning, which otherwise you do it in laboratory, can be performed online by using this IIT Mumbai virtual lab. Also, the experiments in relation with the artificial neural network, where you can design the neural network of your own type, how many layers you want, you can train the neural network, you can test the neural network. So such experimentation is also possible. If you want to do some experiments in relation with the physical sciences or determining refractive indices, then the experimental setup will appear on the screen. You can adjust this experimental setup, you can see the procedure, and accordingly you can perform to get the result. So you will find that the theory associated with the experiment is given on the virtual lab. The procedure part is given. You can self-evaluate yourself in relation with the experiment. You can simulate the experiment. You can solve the assignments also. The reference books or the related text is also available. And also you can give the feedback on the experiment. So whenever you perform any experiment, then all the required material in relation with the experiment is available virtually, and you can make the use of these resources in order to have a better understanding of the subject. So thank you, friends. Hopefully you have understood what is the concept of virtual lab and how we can make the use of virtual lab in our learning process. Thank you all.